Here we go. Let's get started in a comfortable seat today. So just sitting down. If you have a pillow or a blanket nearby and you want to sit on the pillow or blanket, you can do that if you like sitting up a little bit higher. Sometimes that feels nice. And a nice tall spine. You can flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze to the tip of your nose. Take a nice deep breath in, feel your belly rise and your chest expand. Nice loud open mouth exhale, sigh your air out. One more breath in just like that. In through your nose, fill all the way up. This time seal your lips and exhale back out your nose. As you exhale, press your belly button back toward your spine to engage your low core and make sure that all air is pressed out of your body. Take a couple more rounds of breath here on your own. With each inhale, find length in your spine through the crown of your head. And with each exhale, creating an oceanic sound at the back of your throat. One more deep breath in. One more controlled breath back out your nose. You can leave your eyes closed or you can flutter them open if you'd like. Drop your head down to center, so drop your chin down into your chest, and maintain a nice straight spine, feeling the stretch along the back of your neck. Now slowly draw your left ear toward your left shoulder and press your right shoulder down. Drop your head back. Then roll your right ear to your right shoulder and press your left shoulder down. Drop your chin to center. Now reverse that direction. Draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Drop your head back. Left ear to left shoulder. And chin to your chest. Lift your head back up to center. Place your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind your right hip. Take a nice deep breath in. Find length. Exhale, twist and gaze over your right shoulder behind you. You feel some pops in your spine. Next inhale, come back to center. Take your right hand on your left knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist and gaze over your left shoulder. Return back to center. Plant your palms down into the ground. Step your knees back to a tabletop position. Gaze straight down between your hands. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up. Gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose. Press the ground away and spread your shoulder blades apart. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. On this first down dog, you can pedal into one knee, pedal into the next. Take your attention to your hands. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Now press your big knuckles at the base of your finger down really hard into the ground. As you do that, lift your tailbone up a little bit higher. You'll feel that your chest compress a little bit closer to your thighs as you lengthen your spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your wrist at about hip width distance and drape your torso over your thighs. You can sway from side to side. Take a nice generous bend in your knees to feel the release in your low back. Just let your head hang heavy. You can nod your head yes. Shake off any tension. Drop your arms down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Leave just a sliver of space between your heels. On a nice slow inhale, roll all the way up to stand. And as you reach the top, extend your arms overhead. Press your palms together. Interlace your fingers and release your pointer finger and your thumb so you're pointing up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Press your hips to the left and find space along your left rib cage. Inhale, reach back up to center, up as high as you can. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Point your fingers to the left side. Feel a nice stretch on your right rib cage. Inhale, return back up to center. Uninterlace your hands. Exhale, easy back bend. Goalpost your arms. Press your hips slightly forward, but lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach your arms back up to center. Exhale, Samasthiti. Drop your hands together at your heart and then close your eyes. Firmly root down through all corners of your feet. Pull your kneecaps up to engage your quads and tuck your tailbone underneath your body. Take a nice deep breath in here. Slow and controlled breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open. Send your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Option to press your palms together as you reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Dive all the way down to the ground. Option to bring a bend to your knees here if that's a little more accessible. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or your thighs and flatten out your spine. Shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet and then squeeze your shoulder blades toward one another to create a flat spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're down on your belly, extend your right arm out to your right side, and then slowly roll over onto your right side, feeling the nice deep stretch on the right side of your chest and your shoulder. You can take the sole of your left foot and place it on the ground behind your right leg rather. Now roll back to center, extend your left arm out to your left side, and then roll onto your left side, taking the sole of your right foot up and over your left leg. You can leave your left temple on the ground and still feel this stretch in the left side of your chest and your left shoulder and arm. Slowly roll back to center. Press your palms down into the ground. Untuck your toes so the tops of your feet press down into the earth. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower back down to your belly. Inhale, press up to a tabletop position on your knees and tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out your nose. Spiral your triceps to the wall behind you. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow. Deep breath out as you lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Neutralize your spine. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. This time, untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet down. Lift your elbows up toward the ceiling. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, press up to a tabletop position and tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press your heels down a little closer toward your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach all the way up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips as you lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop, press up to your knees and tuck your toes under at the same time. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, press your palms down and forward. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead and breathe here. Now you can settle into this however you'd like. You can leave your arms up overhead and then just shift your weight forward to extend through your left hip. Or you can interlace your hands around your front thigh if you prefer that. Now inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up over your head. And exhale, side body stretch toward the right. Drop your right fingertips down toward the ground. Reach your left hand up and toward the right side. So you're stretching through this left side of your body. You should feel a nice stretch in your left hip as well. Continue to press your hips forward. And then gently, it's very gentle side body stretch. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up overhead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your right foot to the back of your space. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up and breathe here. Again, take whatever you want with your arms. You can leave them up framing your face or interlace your hands around your front thigh. Whatever you prefer to sink into this. Continue to press your pelvis forward, but then tuck your tailbone as you press your pelvis forward, and you'll feel a deeper stretch on your right hip. Now inhale, crescent moon, arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, side body stretch toward the left. Drop your left fingertips down toward the ground. It's okay if they don't touch. Then take your right arm. Think more about the reach up with your right arm than leaning too far to the left. Should feel this nice pleasant sensation in your right side body and in your right hip. So if there's any pain, you can just come out of the bend a little bit. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms. Step your left leg back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press your chest closer to your thighs. Inhale, keep your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Exhale, side body stretch. Drop your right fingertips toward the ground. Left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Listen for the change. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. And then plant your fingers on the ground next to your right leg. So let the hinge come from your hip here to feel this more in your hamstring on the right side. Your left hip should stack about over your left knee. So if you're sitting back too far on your foot, maybe take your right foot forward a little bit. That might help. Begin to shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms on the ground and lift your back knee off of the earth. Inhale, warrior one. Press your back foot down and extend your arms up overhead. Breathe here. In warrior one, your back foot is planted down into the ground, about a 45-degree angle with your left toes pointing out to the left side of your space. You can take your hands to your hips if you'd like and square them forward as much as you can. And then as you square your hips forward, bend a little deeper into your front knee. If you feel your back heel lift up, take your back foot in maybe a foot or two, or like a footprint or two. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right leg to the back of your space. Inhale, keep your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, side body stretch. Drop your left fingertips down, reach your right arm up and then over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Here's the change. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left knee and tense your fingers on the ground next to your left foot. Point your left toes up toward the ceiling and take your left knee and kind of pull your left kneecap up, and you'll feel your quad shorten as you pull your kneecap up, allowing your hamstring to stretch a little bit more. And to shift your weight back forward, inhale, crescent moon, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and lift your back knee off of the ground. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Extend your arms up overhead and breathe here. So firmly press down through your back foot. As you press a lot of weight into your back leg, also bend a little bit deeper into your front knee. Feel this opposing energy here. Again, you can step your back foot in a couple steps if that feels a little better in your body. Take one more deep breath in, bend a little bit deeper. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your left foot to the back of your space. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, keep your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms, drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, side body stretch, drop your right fingertips, reach your left arm up and over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg, come up onto your right heel. Inhale, crescent moon, shift your weight back forward, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your back knee off the ground. Press your back foot down into the ground. Inhale, warrior one, arms up. Listen for a change. Exhale, warrior two. Spread your arms out to a T. Readjust your stance. So parallel your back foot with the short end of your mat and point your right toes forward toward the wall in front of you. Gaze over your right fingertips. You can bend and straighten into your front knee a couple times to sink into this position. Traction your front knee to the outer edge of your front foot and continue to press weight really hard down into your back foot as well. Inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your right arm up and back. Feel the stretch from your right hip point through the side body. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cartwheel your arms down and then step your right leg to the back of your space. Inhale, keep your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up. Exhale, side body stretch. Drop your left fingertips. Reach your right arm up and over. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms to center. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Point your left toes up toward the ceiling. Shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your right knee off of the ground, press your back foot down, inhale, warrior one, arms up overhead, bend into your front knee, exhale, warrior two, readjust your stance, gaze over your left fingertips. So you can take a second again, bend and straighten into your front knee. Find front heel to back arch alignment in your feet or front heel to back heel, either one. If you gaze down at your front foot, you should be able to see your big toe on the inside of your left knee. So make sure that you're pressing your front knee outward. You're pressing your weight to the knife edge of your front foot. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your left palm up and back. Maintain the bend in your front knee. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your left leg to the back of your space, hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at heart center. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Ground down through your left foot and lift the sole of your right foot on your inner left thigh or your inner left calf. You can take either one. You can press your palms together at your heart, or you can take whatever arm variation you'd like. I'll also offer up another variation of tree pose today. You don't have to do it, but I thought I'd show you in case anyone's interested. So another variation of tree pose is to take your lifted leg into a half lotus position. So for that, you'll take your heel, kind of bring it up toward the middle of your body, like kind of like your pubic bone, and then take the knife edge of your foot and put it into your left hip crease. And then your right knee, instead of going out to the side, will kind of go down toward the ground. So some people can just stand here and their foot will stay. If you want to play around with this version, if you have open hips, then you can play around with this if you want. So wherever you're at, maintain your focus and focus on your breath. Wherever you're at, one more breath in. And exhale, Samasthiti. Slowly drop your right foot back down to the ground. Now press your right foot into the earth. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot to your inner right calf or up on your inner right thigh. So really press your foot into your thigh or your calf, and then your right leg back into your left foot. You can take whatever arm variation you'd like. If you'd like to play around with the other variation of tree, for that, you'll take your left heel this time, pull your left heel up toward your like belly button or like your pubic bone, and then knife edge of your left foot will come to your right like hip crease. And then from here, once you find that connection of outer edge of your foot to your hip crease, you can drop your left knee down toward the ground. It's a lot of hip opening, so a lot of, you need to have really mobile hips for this, or else it might hurt your knees. If it hurts your knees a lot, just take the other variation of tree. But I thought it'd be fun to play around with this if you wanted to try it. Wherever you're at, one more breath in. And exhale, Samasthiti. Slowly drop your left foot back down to the earth. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet down. Gently lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Inhale, press up to a tabletop onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press your heels down. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms. Now from here, inhale, high triangle. For high triangle, you'll straighten your right leg, parallel your back foot with the short end of your mat, and then reach your arms over your head and press your palms together. So it's kind of like warrior two legs, but your front leg is straight instead of bent. So you'll find that front heel to back arch alignment in your feet, and then gaze up toward your hands. Now extend your arms out to a T, keeping your feet the same way that they are right now. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach your right arm down and your left arm up. Press your hips to the back of your space as much as you can. So think about your hip points, and then it's almost like you're trying to stack your hip points on top of one another. So really pressing your hips back toward the back of the room. Now inhale, rise back up to high triangle, palms together to touch. And extend your arms back out to a T. Pivot your right foot so it's parallel with your left. So your feet are parallel with the short ends of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. You can release your hands down toward the earth, or you can grab for your shins or your toes if you want. Or you can press your palms down into the ground. If you're aiming to get the top of your head to the earth, walk your feet a bit wider. That might help a little bit. Place your palms onto the ground so your fingertips are about even with your toe tips, and then you can work on dropping your head toward the earth nice and gently. Now wherever you're at, walk your hands underneath your eyes. Inhale, halfway lift, tense your fingers, flatten your spine. And exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your right foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right heel up nice and high. Exhale, bend your right knee and open up your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog, right heel up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your right foot back into the ground. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left foot in between your palms. Now from here, inhale, high triangle. Spiral your back foot down, straighten your left leg, and extend your arms up overhead, pressing your palms together. So your feet here, your left toes are pointing toward the wall in front of you, and then your back foot is parallel with the short end of your mat. From here, tee out your arms, gaze over your left fingertips, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, triangle pose, left arm down, right arm up. So we'll be here for a few rounds of breath, just like on the other side. Press your hips to the back of the room. You should feel a nice deep stretch on your inner left thigh and on your left hamstring. Now inhale, rise back up to high triangle. Press your palms together over your head. And tee out your arms once again. Pivot your left foot so it's parallel with your right foot. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward your mat. You won't be here for as long on this side, but you can still work on dropping your head toward the ground if you'd like. Or take your hands wherever you want. Shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet to stack your hips over your heels. Now walk your hands underneath your face. Inhale, halfway lift, tense your fingers, flatten out your spine. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your left foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left heel high. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up your hip, dropping your left heel toward your right glute. Inhale, three-legged dog, left heel up. Exhale, downward facing dog, drop your left foot down. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Now lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press your palms down. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, tops of your feet into the ground. Exhale, slowly lower back down to the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest, shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Now, using your palms, press yourself up to standing on your knees, and then switch over onto your butt. Extend your right foot out to the right side. Press the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh. Pivot your torso so you're facing your extended left leg. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, hinge over your right leg and grab for whatever you can, whether that be your shin or your foot. You're super flexible. You might be able to hinge so far that you could grab your opposite wrist behind your foot. Your next inhale, rise back up. Place your right forearm on the inside of your right leg. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach your left arm toward your right foot, but ground down through your left sit bone. Inhale, rise back up. Place your left palm behind your left hip. Inhale, stargazer. Lift your hips up off of the ground and extend your right arm toward the wall behind you. Exhale, slowly lower back down, same way you came. Now switch out your sides. Extend your left leg long. Press the sole of your right foot on your inner left thigh. Pivot your torso over your left leg. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold over your left leg, grabbing for whatever is accessible. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Place your left arm on the ground so your palm faces up toward the ceiling. Inhale, extend your right arm high. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach your right arm toward your left foot. It's okay if you can't reach very far down. If you're really flexible on your side, you might be able to grab for your foot, but it's okay if you can't. Inhale, rise back up. Place your right hand behind your right hip. Inhale, stargazer. Lift your hips up off of the ground. Reach your left arm toward the wall behind you. Exhale, lower your hips back down, same way you went up. And return your legs to center, lower down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab for the outer edges of your feet for happy baby, pulling your knees down toward your side body. If your back comes up super high off the ground, you can take your peace sign fingers and grab for your big toes if you'd like. Or you can grab for behind your thighs and pull your back down that way. Draw your knees back into center. Hug yourself into a tiny little ball. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Lift your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your body find whatever shape is most comfortable here. Doesn't need to look like anything in particular. Starting from your toes, release all of the tension from your feet, your ankles, your calves. Release any tightness in your quads and your hips. Soften your belly. Let your breath return to its normal rhythm. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And relax the muscles in your forehead. Just enjoy a moment of rest here. You can stay resting in Shavasana as long as you like. If you'd like to be guided out, begin to bring small movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead, lengthen your body. And draw your knees into your chest and rock onto whichever side favors you for fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a nice tall seat. You can place your hands on your knees in your lap at heart center. Flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air in your lungs. And take a nice deep full breath in through your nose. Feel the length in your body as you fill up. Then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out nice and loud. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
You are welcome.
Thank you.